We're going to cross to Berlin and speak to our correspondent, Nick Spicer. Nick, it does appear, doesn't it, that Merkel is trying to take a pretty hard line here. March the 14th is a long time away. Others are likely to push back?
I think there is likely to be pushback. I mean, Merkel has really been, as a scientist, very concerned about the emergence of what the Germans are calling the turbo viruses, which are the variants of the coronavirus coming from the United Kingdom, or first identified in the United Kingdom and South Africa, even though there's been some success thanks to the lockdowns. The lockdown we're in now was to have ended on Valentine's Day, February 14th, but it's an open secret that Angela Merkel and the premiers of the 16 regions were planning to extend it a little bit. The thinking was it would be until March the 1st. What we're hearing now is mid-March might be the actual target date. What Angela Merkel told party faithful of the Christian Democratic Union yesterday was that she was afraid there would be a bounce back. Her spokesman said that we were getting on the right side of the second wave, but that we weren't out of the woods yet here in Germany. What she needs to do is to negotiate with the 16 leaders. She can't just snap her fingers and dictate federal policy in terms of the lockdown. And a lot of them, it must be said, are actually campaigning. A lot of them are part of the grand coalition here from the Social Democratic Party and seeking political profile by asking for a lifting of the lockdown a little before Angela Merkel would like that. So there will be some politicking, but inevitably, as happens with these coronavirus summits, there will be a compromise of some form in the afternoon here in Berlin.
Nick, we can see the snow, but what's the overall coronavirus picture there at the moment in Germany?
I'm tempted to make some kind of analogy with the snow. We've had minus 30 in some parts of Germany. It's been a little better in the coronavirus situation, where the cases per 100,000 have dropped to under 75 for the first time since November. The target is 50. It had been up to 200, so that's a lot. That's still, though, you know, if that's relatively good news. We've still got 500 dead people, people dying, I should say, of coronavirus or linked illnesses every day. People are really getting tired of the lockdown, it must be said. There's frustration. Kids have been home from school since before Christmas, requiring parents to stay at home so they can do homeschooling. Employers having to consequently be flexible as to how people work via computer and so on. And I think there's also frustration as well as at the rollout of the vaccines. The first vaccine being invented in Germany, and people looking to the UK, for example, and seeing that 5 times more people have been inoculated in Britain than in Germany. Overall, public opinion is still largely, by a slim majority, 55% favorable to the government's approach to the coronavirus. But a majority doesn't believe Angela Merkel's promise that everyone will be vaccinated who wants to be vaccinated by September. So there's a lot of confused feelings, frustration and anger, and people just hoping that this comes to an end soon, but it doesn't look like it actually will.
Nick, thanks very much. Thanks for braving the cold. Nick Spicer joining us there from Berlin.